Hey YouTube, YouGetRocks97 coming at you with another September 2013 deck profile. It's Crystal Beast. I uploaded one of these already, but that was for the supposed list. Then the real one came out, and there were a lot of changes to this deck, and I didn't know how to deal with a lot of them because this deck was already really tight on space. So I made a few changes to the build, and they're really strange to me. But this deck is still really good. It's not conventional Crystal Beast, if that's what you're looking for. This is a competitive build that I'm planning to take to a regional. Mixed with the Ninja engine and stuff like that. It's really good. I watched some duel videos I've uploaded, and you'll see. So it has a really different playstyle, but it's still really fun and really good, so I'll just get into the deck profile. 3, Crystal Beast, Sapphire, Pegasus. Obviously just the best Crystal Beast. So Stratos technically for them and puts them from the deck into the back row, from the graveyard into the back row. So your engine's never really dead. It's also a level 4 wind for Chidori. And just the main Crystal Beast. I bumped it to 3 Cobalt Eagle from 2. I was playing it at 3 at first originally, but then I went down to 2 because it was inconsistent. But I put it up to 3 again because I don't know what else to put in, because they hit a few cards that were in this deck, and I haven't figured out what to play. But this is really good for Chidori and Zero Fine. And I've been using him a lot more lately. I've actually been using his effect, which is to send a Crystal Beast card you control to the top of the deck to make a Beacon more explosive than it really needs to be, and you're going for game. So its effect isn't too bad, but it's just a level 4 wind. So you play it over Topaz Tiger. Then to round off that engine, 2 Carbuncle. It's like second best to Pegasus. It special summons all of your back row when it's special summoned. Makes rank 3 plays, has a lot of good plays behind it. And it's just makes you go wind up mode and special everything. And what makes this build different from regular Crystal Beast, 3 Hanzo. It's pretty much your 4th, 5th, and 6th Pegasus by getting the trap card and getting Pegasus or other things, whether you want Pegasus or not. Makes this deck far more consistent and fast, and has a lot more explosive plays than regular Crystal Beast, giving it outs and more diversity than regular Crystal Beast, putting this deck like way better just at the start, in my opinion. I mean, of course, you have your own opinion as well, but it's just really, really good. 2 Tour Guide. Tour Guide, it's really good because a Levier is really good in this deck. If you banish Carbuncle with, say, BLS, then you can Levier, special Carbuncle, and special all of your back row. Plays like that. Also, get back Pegasus if your engine's dead, if you summon some more. Stuff like that. It's just, Tour Guide's really good, and send 1 card out to stuff like Beast. 3 Effect Veiler. I don't have the 3rd one. Sorry about that. But you play Veiler, obviously, because it puts your opponent on a dropping level. And then in this deck, I play 3 Maxi. Hand Traps and Crystal Beast are really busted in this deck. Well, not busted, but they're really good in this deck because your deck's combo based and needs pieces. So yeah, Maxi is really good for getting your pieces to you. I don't know how I feel about 3 coming into this new format. This format seems a lot slower, but however, Agents and Mermail seem really good, and so it's good against them. But it's just, I also don't know what else to put in for these, so right now 3 Maxi is really, really good. 2 Trag. I don't like losing, so I decided to play Trag. It's really huge in this deck, and it's another Dark, which you need, but in this deck he's usually 3k and has a lot of good plays with him. Boss Monsters, 2 Samorg. You can get this with the Hanzo Trap. It also just has good synergy in general, because Pegasus is a wind, and there's a few darks. It's really good against Fire Fist because they can't set. Just really good in a format without heavy in general. It's 27 and huge, so it's just really good and has its own recurrence effect like Pulsar. Then you play BLS and Chaos Sorcerer. I don't have the BLS on me, but it's getting reprinted super, so I should have that soon. Stuff like that. BLS is really good in this deck along with Chaos Sorcerer for banishing Carbuncle and giving you just 1 card outs to decks that regular Crystal Beast can't handle, for Crystal Beast just inferiority in terms of speed and stuff. But these as boss monsters are just really good outs for pluses, and they're beat sticks, and sometimes your opponent just doesn't know what to do when you drop them in Crystal Beast. Spells. 3 Duality. I don't know how I feel about 3 in this deck. I just put in there because I didn't know what else to put in here. But this deck's slower compared to some decks. So Duality is probably a really good, it's really good at 2 because you have Duality in the same hand with Hanzo and Pegasus. Then you're in a really good spot. So the 3rd one should really be dead, but I think I like 2 better. I don't know. If you have an idea of what to take this Duality out for, tell me. I'd be glad to hear it. On a crystal spells, 3 beacon. This is my favorite crystal spell, and in my opinion, the best one. If you control 2 more in the back row, special summon 1 from your deck, you pretty much get Carbuncle and special back all your Pegasuses that are gone. Make wind up plays. It's just, you play 3, which might seem dead sometimes since you only play 2 Carbuncle. But you play Fortune Tune in the extra deck, so it's never really dead. And only 2 Promise. I didn't want to play 3 because that'd get inconsistent and cloggy. But it's really good for special Carbuncle in the back row if it died or you opened bad. And I'm playing 1 Blessing currently because I didn't know what else to play. I don't want to run this card. It's in regular Crystal Beast is good. In this version, it's not at all, I don't think. So if you have any ideas to take this out for, I don't know, because hitting heavy and Avarice and stuff really put this card, this deck at a deficit in the fact that I was already playing everything I wanted to, so I didn't know what to put in. But Blessing was my go-to card to put in. It's not bad. It can make your plays more explosive. Rhoda, 4th Hanzo. Mind Control can just win games. Yeah, it can just win games. It's a good staple. Arm Ninjutsu, more diversity in what you search with Hanzo, so you're not searching more traps, and you can't really clog your back row in this deck. So this gets rid of back row, and it's a D-draw. And then the 1 staple Dark Hole, which I feel you have to play now. And the only traps, the Hanzo traps. This deck can't play much back row, but it does play this to search Pegasus. And it's not regular Crystal Beast, so 1 in your back row shouldn't really hurt you that much unless you're planning on just mega OTK with Abundance, which I don't want to run. And this card pretty much gets some Morg or Pegasus, and it's really good. It's also kind of like, you don't want it to get MST'd, but if you want a beacon play to go off more, then you'll activate this. If they have the MST, you're 95% sure they're going to play it. And then you can just beacon. So it can be used like that. And I'll show the extra deck since this deck's extra is kind of weird. I'm missing Black Ship of Corn, or not Black Ship of Corn, Cowboy and Xerophine, so put those in there. 2 Chidori. You run a lot of level 4 wins. This is just the Exceed +1 main. It's the main one you go into. Utopia is a generic beater. Maestroke's a generic out. Crazy Box is really good. It's an E-Rad target technically, but that's not how I play it. It's just really good in this deck. It's as good in this deck as any other deck, but I really like the card personally. Lavalval Chain. It's one of my favorite rank 4s. Has a lot of good plays like dumping Carbuncle to reborn it, or to banish it with Chaos Sorcerer, stuff like that. Or you could top deck Pegasus or BLS. Oops, almost showed a Shockmaster. That doesn't exist anymore. Phantasmal Dragon. Win condition, really, really good. Rank 3 is Leviair, best one in this deck because it has the most versatility. And Sirens are going outside my room. That's not good. So Leviair is really good. Zenmain's good, rank 3. Leviathan, again, just generic rank 3. Hyades, this card's really good for the 2 Carbuncles, and if they have like an explosive field, usually your 19 and 18 beaters can get over their defense, so Hyades is just another out. And Fortune Bird for recycling Carbuncle and gaining life points is good in time, and stuff like that. So, this is the deck profile, hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, leave me your feedback. And this was Yu-Gi-Oh! X97, bye YouTube.